Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Mark and I am back with episode 11 of Minecraft Stoneblock. Today I want to do a couple things. The first thing I want to do is an addition to the mob farm. The mob farm we have right now is running fine, but I decided I needed to get some blaze rods. We get some blaze rods from loot bags, and I went over and processed all the loot bags that we had accumulated. Got 41 blaze rods, but I want to make sure that we can make more when we need them. So to do that, I am going to use mystical agriculture. But to make mystical agriculture blaze, I think they're blaze seeds. Yeah. To make blaze seeds, we need blaze chunks, which are a kind of mob chunk that we can get by killing mobs with a soulium dagger. So there's a couple things we need to do. The first thing we need to do is go ahead and make a mechanical user, which we're going to load up with soulium daggers and use as sort of a manual mob killer. And the mechanical user is a pretty simple block. Where do we have it? There it is, from Extra Utilities 2. And it's just a resonating redstone crystal, a dropper, and a lever. And I've gone ahead and made the parts we need. They're all pretty easy, and we have our mechanical user. Now we need to make a soulium dagger. It's soulium. Where are you? Soulium dagger. And the soulium dagger uses a mystical stick and soulium ingots. So the mystical stick is easy. The mystical stick is just it's a couple prosperity shards and a stick. And prosperity shards are kind of a problem because we only get those from sifting sand, but it's not that big a deal. We can also get those from a void ore miner, I believe. We can get prosperity ore. So I'm going to go ahead and make, I think I have enough to make 9 of these because I want to make 9 soulium daggers. And soulium you get from, in the nether there's soulstone, which when you mine it becomes cobbled soulstone. And you cook that in a furnace and you get soulstone, and then you cook that in a furnace, I believe. Yeah, you cook that in a furnace to get soul dust, and then you use soul dust to make soulium dust. And the recipe for soulium dust is a mystical agriculture recipe, which uses prudentium essence. And then you cook that to get the soulium ingots we need. So I've been doing a lot of prep for this, and you can see that we have a bunch of soulium ingots, and I'm just going to throw these in here. So there's our soulstone, and then we cook the soulstone. And we get some more soul dust, and then the soul dust, we can do this. Just to walk through it once with you. And we get soulium dust. And then the soulium dust we cook, and we get more soulium ingots. So that's going to give us, I believe, at least 9 daggers. So I'm going to put this here and then do these. And no, is it shaped? All right, there's our 9 daggers. And you may be wondering why we need 9 daggers. One of the problems with these is, as they sit, they don't kill things very quickly. So I want 9 to fill all the slots in the mechanical user, so I can use the random option on the mechanical user. Well, you'll see. It's easier to show. So I think this is on the far side. You can see that I've gone ahead and put down our vector plates, and I'm going to put the mechanical user here, and I believe that should face it in. It does. So I should be able to get out of here. And I could close that in with the dank null. The dank null is basically, it basically picks up whatever blocks you stick up here and only keeps a certain number. And once it exceeds this number, it just throws the rest away. I really don't need that much stone. But you can also place the blocks from the dank null. So I did a little work up here, by the way. I set up another lighting system here. This is the same as is on the other side. And I went ahead and opened this up so, it's all visible now. Because I got tired of running back and forth and breaking things open and shutting them. So this is now something we can fill. And we've got all 9 slots filled, so we can use random slot and use item on. Is it left click? I believe it's left click entity. I think that's what we want. Well, we'll find out very quickly. And I'm going to turn these off for a minute. So, and I did put cursed earth in here too, in case you're wondering. And there we go. No. Oh. There we go. And you can see it's not particularly fast at killing things. It doesn't do a ton of damage, and I'm going to actually stand off to the side because I don't want those to see me. Minor flaw here, they can actually see out of this slot, so skeletons can shoot me. But you can see that monsters are dying, and they should be dropping mob chunks. And mob chunks we can use to make those essences, but we're not going to get enough right away to make it worthwhile standing there. They're a pretty slow drop. So I'm going to let that run in the background while we go do something else. And I think the next thing I want to do is to start working on a controller for our AE2 system. And the controller is sort of the central brain of the AE2 system, and for that we need skystone blocks. And to get skystone blocks, we need to smelt skystone, and to get skystone, we either can use skystone essences, or we can do the fluid block transformation of dropping skystone dust into a full lava-filled stone barrel. And that's what I've done. I just set that up. We've done it before to make obsidian. There's our stone barrel full of lava. There's our item hopper that I was using to feed things. And here is our skystone. So we can go ahead and smelt some of this skystone up. And if we look at what else we need, we actually need pure flux crystals and engineering processors, which are all available maybe in our... I don't think those are going to be available in our storage system. Yeah, all the processors are downstairs. So, and you can see we're kind of short on prosperity shards right now because they are only available from sifting sand at the moment. I'm going to get a few more of these before I go down because I want to actually make a fairly large processor to start, just so we don't have to think about it for a while. And I think I want 8, 16, 20. Ooh, which is going to take a lot. So let me go ahead and take this. We don't have to do the whole thing. So that's that part, and I need to go down and grab down one more level. Grab processors. And I'm just going to grab a stack of each of those, not that we're going to use them. And we have some flux crystals. I went ahead and made a bunch of flux crystals just to have them on hand. And if we look at the recipe again, the processor we can go ahead and make a processor. So the processor is like the central brain of the AE2 system. And I'm not going to stick it there actually. I'm going to stick it here just so I don't cover that light. Eventually I'm going to float this up in the ceiling somewhere. But for now I can put it here and it's close enough to what we need. So the first thing I really want to do is get some power to this. And to get power to it, we need, as you know, an energy acceptor, and we need a flux point. So, I haven't thought about this very well. I think I'm going to just go ahead and take this and stick it on the A2 system, or on the controller. I'm just going to stick this down right now. Again, this is not a final placement for this stuff. It's just to get things going. And there is our AE2 controller up and running. So the first thing I want to hook up to this is our storage system. And to hook up the storage system, we are going to need a lot of cable. And I have already, we're down below the level we were just on, I have already run a bunch of cable out to our storage drawer, our drawer controller, and all the way into this room. And I kind of think I ran out. I did. So I think I made some more. I did, so we have plenty of cable. And I am just going to build this out. And this is going to be a very sort of crude, this is the one I want to go up. Is that right? This one. So we should, there is our controller. And now we have controllers online, and we have just a glass cable running out to that storage drawer controller. So the next thing we need to make is a storage interface. And that is this. And that's pretty easy to make. We just need an ME interface. And none of this we have, of course. Yeah. Because all my pistons are upstairs. I should have a couple pistons in here. I do, but only a few. Let's go ahead and make a... Where are you, storage bus? Any storage bus. So I want to make one of these. Wow, I don't have any slime in the system. Grab a stack of that, because we have plenty. I'll stick that in here. And we can just do... Oh, I do have what I need. Because I'm stupid. So we need that, and we need an ME interface. And the ME interface needs a bunch of stuff. It needs some glass, and it needs these formation and annihilation cores, which we probably can make. Formation cores need that, which we actually have, and the annihilation cores. Annihilation. Did I spell it right? I did. Annihilation is one of those words that I just can't spell for some reason. Go ahead and make that, and I believe that will let us make our ME interface. It does, so now we can do that. We can do our storage bus. So, now we have the storage bus that we can go all the way down here, and we can stick on our drawer controller. And if we wait a minute, we'll see that device come online. There it goes. And now the AE2 system can see everything that the storage controller can see. Which means pretty much it can see everything in our storage system. The only thing it can't see is our overflow drawer over there, which doesn't have a ton of stuff in it right now. So it's not very useful at the moment because we can't actually do anything with the system yet. So I'm going to make a terminal. And what I really want to make is a crafting terminal. And the crafting terminal looks something like this. It's calculation process, a regular terminal, and a crafting table. So I'm going to go upstairs since that's where it's easiest to craft still. And let's make some stuff. So I need to make a terminal, which needs those cores, plus a logic processor, plus a panel. And the illuminated panel should be relatively easy to make. I think we have almost everything we need. We need some quartz glass, so we need some nether quartz. And I'm going to cook a bunch of this because we end up using a bunch of this. And I did actually upgrade our alloy smelter. I think I talked about this last time, and our sag mill. Not sure if I talked about that last time or not, but we have upgraded them. They're not super fast, but they do the job. So I'm going to grab that. We can make our illuminated panels. I have quartz glass. Oh, that's fused quartz. Not quartz glass. That is the wrong material. Quartz glass we make from quartz powder and brown stained glass, or stained glass of any kind. I'm gonna just make a bunch, and by a bunch I apparently mean I'm gonna make 8. So now we should be able to make our panel. So there we have 3 panels. We can make a terminal. By putting that there. And we should be able to make our crafting terminal, except maybe we don't have we don't have a crafting table. So let me throw a crafting table together real fast. Do I have any wood in here? I do not. So let me grab some wood. Let me actually grab some wood and not just a wood. And we can make a crafting table. And now we can make our crafting terminal. So there's our crafting terminal. If we go downstairs and we stick this on here, we can access everything in our crafting system, except, as I mentioned, that one external crate, which we don't really care about. So this makes crafting a lot easier, especially when I get the rest of this stuff thrown into our storage drawers, but I'm not sure I really want to do that because I probably want to put that into AE2 storage. And creating some AE2 drives is probably our next step, but let me take a quick look at our quest book roll right now just to see what the AE2 quest line says we should make. It says we should make an ME drive. And yeah, we should have made that first apparently. Not that it really matters. So let's go ahead and see if we have what it takes to make an AE drive, or a drive case. An ME drive. We do, so I can just make that. And we may as well go ahead and claim that quest. And if I pick this up, are you going to be happy? Yes, you are. Good. Because I didn't want to make that again. So we can claim both those quests. Do we get something good? We get compact giant chance cubes and a growth crystal, neither of which I would consider actually good. So I'll throw those away for now. There it is. And I have some cable in here still, so let me just going to stick a cable down and stick this drive bay here. Our next quest to follow is probably down the storage cell line, and this is going to be making a bunch of storage cells. I'm going to show you the first recipe because these are all very similar. 1K. So every storage cell needs a housing, which is pretty easy to do. I'm probably going to have to make some more quartz glass. I am going to go ahead and take that. Yeah, we're almost out of quartz glass. Are we really out of quartz glass? No. I'm just going to make 3 of those so I don't have to stop all the time. We also need to make the storage component. Excuse me. And the storage components are all pretty similar. The base one is basically Certus quartz around a logic processor. So if we do that and then we do this, oops, that is actually trying to make the fluid. And I want the base storage cell. That should give us our first quest. And then we can look at the 4K storage cell. And the 4K storage cell uses a similar recipe. You basically have the housing and you have the storage component. And this storage component is made of 3 of the smaller components, quartz glass and a calculation processor. So quartz glass, can I make a bunch more? I can. So I just made 16 of those. And the nice thing about this interface is you can just throw items up here and they go into the system. I don't want to throw a bunch of stuff because some of it's going to disappear. If there's no drawer for it, it's going to disappear into that chest in the back. Or is it? I don't know where it's going to go actually if we don't have storage for it. That's an interesting question. The controller is only directly connected to the storage drawers, and that's the only storage we have available. So I'm not sure what's happening to items that are getting tossed in here that I don't have a drawer for. So I think I'll stop throwing things in there for now. Anyhow, I am going to go ahead and I'll claim that reward. And then we're going to make the 4K storage cell, which is 4K, the 3K, and we're going to make 1, 2, 2, and 3. And what I really should do is go ahead and stick these 3 items into drawers so the system knows about them. And I went ahead and put glass in here, or the cable in here, so I'm just going to start filling this up a little more. Processor we need is this one. But we don't need any more of these. What we need are... Well, we need to make this, which is a new recipe. So now we have that, which, yeah, oh, okay, so it's just not going to accept because I'm trying to put that in there and it won't accept it. So the 4K storage cell has this recipe. Oh, but the crafting terminal will pull it out of my inventory. That's good. And if we get that quest, these little ones, these little storage cells aren't really all that useful. My target is usually 16K storage cells because they're big enough to hold some stuff, but they're not so big that they're reducing the number of items you can have to a great extent. So there's our 16K recipe. And what are we missing? We are missing 4K storage components, which need these. So we need to make, we need 3 4K, so we need to make 12 of these. No, we need to make 9 of these. And then we can make 3 of these. And it's only pulling out of my inventory one at a time, but I can go ahead and put those up there. And then we should be able to make this 16K unit. And we have the storage housing we need, so we can go ahead and make the 16K storage cell. All right. So now we have this ME drive case, and we have some storage. So I can stick this storage in here, and now if we put items that are not anywhere else in the system in here, like, let's do soulium ingots, since they don't exist. We can see now that we have 1 of 63 types allocated, and we've used some bytes of data. And that is our soulium ingots. If we look in here and we look for soulium, you can see we have 23 soulium ingots in there. And if I go here and take this drive, or take this storage cell out, and we look at soulium again, the soulium is not in the system. So this is actually storing those items. And at this point, I'm going to make a whole bunch more storage cells, and I'm probably going to try, well, I'm not quite ready to put, to lay this out the way I want to put it for a final layout yet. But my plan is to turn each of these 4 sort of base units into a tower of ME interfaces surrounded by molecular assemblers for auto crafting, and then put crafting processors and storage into the walls, and then also add the drive bays into the walls. And I'm not sure how I want to lay that out yet, because I want it all to be visible, but I don't want it to be, I don't want it to take up the whole wall. So I think I'll probably put like a cube in each of these, and maybe put 2 drive bays above each. That'll give it a consistent look, I guess. So anyhow, let me go ahead and look at, I actually want to go look at our storage system. Whoops, one too far. I want to go look in our overflow storage drawer to see if we've gotten any mob chunks yet. We should have at least a few mob chunks. Because if we have a very few mob chunks. Now, well, we actually have a few. We've got some tier 3s. We've got some experience chunks, spider chunks, enderman chunks, which are tier 4. I think we can make enderman seeds out of those. We can smelt those into the mob chunks. And then I think the mob chunks we can actually make blaze chunks out of. So what we want to do is wait till we get more of these tier 4 mob chunks, which means we need to wait for more endermans to die. And that will give us the chunks we need to make the blaze seeds that are the goal of all this. You can see that we have a lot of stone. And we have a lot of cactus too. I thought I put storage for cactus in there, but maybe I didn't void it. There's a bunch of random stuff showing up in here, primarily because I've been dumping my inventory into this from time to time. And overall, it's still doing a pretty good job of filtering. I need to figure out how to deal with the overflow of stone for me using the this bronze hammer to break walls and the exchanger to break walls. Let's see. Okay, I am back. We're going to go ahead and make our first blaze seed. The way to do this is if we cook any chunk, and that was just an Enderman chunk, we get these sort of vanilla chunks back. And these are skeleton chunks, and they're tier 3, so they're giving us tier 3 chunks, which is fine because we can take tier 3 chunks and we can craft them with Superium Essence to make them into tier 4 chunks. And tier 4 chunks are what we need to make our... Oops, we're not making the seed yet. We are making the blaze chunk with this. And there's our blaze chunk recipe. So we need a bunch of blaze rods for each chunk, and we should be able to make the 4 we need to make the seed. We can. And now we can stick these in with 4 Superium Essence and a tier 4 crafting seed, which is made from a tier 3 crafting seed and essence, and tier 2 crafting seed and essence, and tier 1 crafting seed and essence, and a base crafting seed to make blaze seeds, which is what I really wanted to get done today because we need blaze rods. We need them for the ender chests that we're using everywhere, and we're almost out. And loot bags work, but they're not super fast for making these. The garden is doing pretty well. I've been expanding this slowly. We've got electrical steel seeds, and we've got nether seeds to make nether quartz, and we've got our rubber seeds and fluid seeds, and I thought I made something else up here. Didn't I make like conductive iron or something like that? I think I did somewhere. Yeah, there they are, conductive iron. Just some of the stuff that I'm using all the time, and it's not cheating because remember, we're not using chickens. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this blaze seed here. I don't think we're going to need more than 1. These will grow enough blaze essence to make the blaze rods we need. If we need more, I'll make some more seeds. I also planted some cactus and sugarcane back here just so we have a ready supply integrated into our system. And, you know, it's all getting fed into the storage drawers, so we're good to go there. I think we've actually reached a good wrapping up point. I talked a lot about applied energistics today, more than I thought. So I'm going to go ahead and call the episode there. I hope you enjoyed it. We kind of just rushed through a bunch of stuff, but I wanted to get those things done so we can start working on really getting applied energistics going for us. And I think between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and grind the materials we need for the expanded controller I want to build and put that in place and sort of give at least part of this a permanent home. It's going to be a bunch of building stuff, so I don't know that it's that interesting to watch me break blocks and place blocks. So I think I'll do that off camera, and you know, I'll leave some exposed so I can show you what I did. But anyhow, that's the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And as always, if you have anything, suggestions you want to leave, feel free to leave me a comment. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye.